Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is final session of TOEFL iBT writing. For me, it's week 13, but for some reason, I think for you guys, I don't know whether it's week 11 or 12. However, this is the final week, and I believe that you have completed successfully all other components of TOEFL iBT. So I hope that you found it beneficial. For all session, it's not about my session. It's collectively that you found it beneficial for this course. I see other instructors are very happy with you, and so I've decided to provide you some final hints and tips and another sample essay. And then it's just goodbye from myself to you, and I believe that I probably am the very last instructor, unless if there is somebody else during the week. We can find out towards the end. Some very common mistakes that takes place for TOEFL writing. This is from TOEFL iBT website. There was a lot, but I did not want to make this session about too many errors, and I believe that your standard is also was good that I found in this group. So I hope that you will keep up working hard, and by the time that you sit for the TOEFL iBT assessment, please do revise all the presentations and keep on practicing for each skills. Inshallah, you'll be fine. So one of the most common mistakes was the grammar and some language errors. These were some key points that I picked up and that I think that is more applicable with what I have come to notice. Discuss with, since, then versus after that, every day versus every day, writing numbers, although and but. And I'll try to explain each one. That's going to be beneficial for you. When you see in questions that they're asking you is discuss with, what should you be using the term discuss with? Whenever you're using discuss with or the questions is asking, you need to make sure that discuss with needs an object. We do not discuss with people in general. So that's a different term. It's not applicable. We discuss things with people. Or in a grammatical terms, we discuss a direct object. And these are some examples of what you should not do and what you should do. I want to discuss with you tomorrow is a term that you should not be using. So the first three is not. We add many opportunities to discuss with other students. Must not be used. He discussed with my sister yesterday is a no-no. And instead, use the following. The object is underlined to make sure that you have a good understanding why we should not be using the above. I want to discuss my score with you tomorrow. Not I want to discuss with you. What are you going to discuss with me tomorrow? And the second sentence is corrected. We had many opportunities to discuss politics with other students. So the subject But the object can be changed. You don't have to have this. This is just an example. He discussed the accident with my sister yesterday. I want to discuss it with her. Even though it's not clear what the object is, but at least there's an indication that something is going to be discussed. If you remember that one of the other common was since then versus after that. Since then is used with present perfect tense to talk about something that is started in the past and it is still going on. Some example of what not to do and then some example of what to do. I learned about his art in high school and since then I have loved Picasso. Their parents died and since then the children have lived with their uncle Olaf. I failed a test in my freshman's year because I didn't study, but since then I have always prepared for exam. In all of the above sentences, the action in the second clause is still going on. I still love Picasso, and the kids still live with the uncle, and I still prepare for the exam. And if you're going to be using after that, it is all should be used to talk about things that started and it has ended. No longer is continuing. Even if the action was done over a period of time in the past, use after that because you no longer do it. I correct myself that the above example that I gave you was correct for the since then, please. For the after that, the key point is when you no longer do something, even if you did it for a long time, you use after that. And these are some examples. I was embarrassed by my low score, and after that, I studied art, meaning I no longer study art because I am no longer a student or I have overcome and I learned from my mistake. Their parents died, and after that, they lived with their uncle, meaning they no longer live with their uncle. Perhaps they're now adults, perhaps they've moved on with some other family members. I failed my first midterm exam, but after that, I prepared for important tests, meaning I no longer prepare for exams. Let's see what's the next slide about. Writing numbers. Writing numbers properly can be tricky. There are a few things to keep in mind. Remember that you should use a hyphen only in a compound numbers between 21 and 99. Don't use hyphen when the number are greater than 99. So when the number is between 21 and 99, you use hyphen, and above 99, you don't need to. So you should write 33 because it is between 21 and 99. 133. So 5,035. You should not write 700. You should not write 133. Between 1 and the 100, there's no need for hyphen, but 33 you need it because 33 is smaller than. It is between the number 21 and 99. 5,079. Those hyphens are incorrect because they appear in numbers greater than 99. Now, this is only to do with TOEFL writing that they are emphasizing. When you're going to be doing academic writing for research and university, writing thesis or papers that you're going to be doing for academic, the rules is very different. If you already know, I'm not going to confuse you because here we are concentrating on TOEFL iBT. So if you, in a different context, learn about the numbering system, please remember this information is only for TOEFL assessment. So I'm not going to confuse you. I just leave it at that. One of the other mistakes that we said that commonly used is although and but. A student often sorry, I had interruption from my son and I lost my track. A student often write a single sentence that contains the conjunctions although and but. This is probably a bad idea. They should pick one of them. Although I studied art, I couldn't pass the test. And you can write, I studied art, but I couldn't pass the test. Can you see how each of those sentences has just one of the junctions? Don't write a sentence with both of them, please. You shouldn't write, although I studied art, but I couldn't pass the test. So choose between because both of them have got similar meaning. In contrast versus on the contrary. Students often misuse the in contrast and on the contrary too, so they mix them up. This article explains how they can be used correctly. When to use in contrast. This is the easy one. Use the in contrast when you're comparing two dissimilar things. Like, Aaron likes the cat, in contrast, Simon likes dogs. The oak uses his strength to solve problem. In contrast, Bruce Banner uses his intelligence. On the contrary, should be used when out. This one is tricky. On the contrary, is not used to compare two things or a statement. Instead, it is used to emphasize an aspect of a single thing or a statement. We use on the contrary to express something like, actually, here is what is true. Just give me a minute. I'll be back with you, please. I'm not tired. On the contrary, in full energy. Harold didn't fail his test. On the contrary, he got the ice. Can you please read this on your own? I'll be back. Apologize for that interruption. We'll move on. So that was just the final tips and ends. And now we're going back to TOEFL iBT reading article. This is on volcanic building materials. As I've mentioned again and again, you really need to start timing yourself for the reading component and should not be taking no more than 3 minutes. In recent years, the use of volcanic rocks in constructions of homes have gained attention due to its numerous advantages. This natural materials formed from volcanic lava offers significant benefits that makes it excellent choice for building. First, volcanic rock is renowned for its exceptional durability. Unlike conventional building materials such as concrete and wood, volcanic rocks is highly resistant to weathering, erosion, and natural decay. Its robust nature means that the structure built with volcanic rocks can withstand harsh environmental conditions, including extreme temperature, heavy rainfall, and high winds without deteriorating over time. This durability reduces the need for frequent repairs and replacement, making volcanic rocks a cost-effective option in long run. In addition, the porous nature of the volcanic rocks enables it to trap air within its structure, providing an excellent source of natural insulation. This helps to maintain a stable indoor temperature, keeping homes warm in the winter and cool in summer. As a result of homes constructed with volcanic rocks requires less energy for heating and cooling, leading to lower utility bills and a reduced carbon footprint. This energy efficiency is particularly advantageous in regions with extreme climate conditions. Finally, using volcanic rocks in construction has notable environmental benefits. The extractions and process of volcanic rocks is more environmentally friendly than the production of other building material. Moreover, volcanic rock is abundant and often found locally, reducing the need for long distance transportation and associated carbon emission. It uses its use can contribute to more sustainable construction practices and supporting the growing demand for eco-friendly building solutions. So there is a about 2 minute listening to the recording that you will be able to listen at your own time. And this is the sample essay based on both of them. The reading and the lecturer are both about using volcanic rocks to construct homes. While the reading describes three advantages of this building technique, the lecturer challenges each of the proposed benefits. He does not believe that volcanic rocks is really useful building material. First, the author notes that volcanic rock is durable and resistant to natural process like weather and erosion. According to the article, this reduces the need to costly repair and makes it very cost-effective choice in the long run. The professor, though, challenges this idea. He claims that volcanic rock is extremely brittle, which could be problematic during disasters like earthquakes. In fact, he notes that building made with volcanic rock could need costly repair after such events. In contrast, modern material like concrete are designed to withstand situations like this. Next, the author argues that volcanic rock is an excellent natural insulator. This makes it cost-effective option, particularly in regions with extreme climates. In contrast, the professor notes that this is an exaggeration. He mentioned that interior temperature fluctuates in building where it is used and that temperature are more stable in building that used advanced options like foam and fiberglass, which are designed for this purpose. Finally, the author points out that volcanic rocks is an environmental friendly option because it's easier to extract than other materials. It can be also found locally, which reduces need to be for a long distance transportation. On the other hand, the professor says that the extraction of volcanic rocks can still have negative impact on natural environments and landscape. Moreover, he says that it involves the use of heavy machinery and fossil fuels, which are not environmentally friendly. This was my very last exposure to the essay, and I am not going to give you homework. So therefore, it's time for you to give me feedback. And I think you must be tired of my feedback. So I'm going to stop, listen to your feedback, and from the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank you and say my goodbye to those of you who have been kind and continue to attend my sessions. I understand that the timing was never good, and I apologize from the beginning. So therefore, there was nothing I could do. But however, the recording has been recorded each time, and resource has been shared with you. I didn't want to give you final homework, and so I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to listen to feedback from you. If you want to talk to me regarding my teaching methodology, or regarding asking